So if you have been running a contracting business on referrals for the last 10 to 15 years, and you have probably noticed that the last couple of years have probably felt slightly different. You see that the referrals are still coming in, but not at the rate that they were. So the ones that do come in are from a younger crowd that wants to look you up online before they call. Some of your best long-term customers have gone quiet on those big projects, and most contractors chalk this up to the economy or slow season that stretched a little too long. If this is relatable to you, then the actual reason is a demographic shift that has been building for years. And it is going to keep moving in this direction whether or not you do anything about it. My name is Bianca. I run Social Influence Studios. We manage paid advertisement for home service businesses across the country. So today I wanted to walk you through exactly what this shift is and what it means for you, where your pipeline is going within inspections, and what the contractors who are growing fastest through it are doing differently. So most contracting businesses doing solid revenue today were built on specific kinds of referral engines. So a homeowner in their late 40s or early 50s call you for a job, you do a good job, they tell their neighbors, those neighbors call, that cycle compounds over 10 to 15 years and it builds a real business, which is great. That model worked because the dominant homeowners in the 2000s and 2010s were in the exact right stage of life for it. They were in peak renovation mode of buying homes, improving them, planning the retirement they would spend on the home, and talk about contractors with everyone on the street. The referral network was self-sustaining because the demographic powering it was enormous and actively spreading. So those homeowners are now in their 60s and 70s. They're still calling for maintenance and emergency repairs, but the high value work that drives real contractors' revenue, like full roof replacements or complete HVAC overhauls or full kitchen and bathroom remodels, that category of spending is concentrated in the decade before retirement. So the referral network is still there. Its best years are behind it though, and it's really just starting to evolve. Now, millennials are now the largest share of home buyers in the United States. The typical first-time buyers in 2026 is in their late 30s purchasing their first homes, and they do not find contractors the way their parents did. So when they need a contractor, they open up Google, read reviews, watch video content from local businesses, and form an opinion before they ever pick up a phone. So if your business does not show up where they're looking or shows up with their thin presence and no recent activity, they move on to somebody else who does. People like to look at social media to see the before and afters and just kind of understand within the reviews that you're getting. And that's also because there wasn't a lot of competition back then, but it is oversaturated. Now, is that something to be worried about? No, it's not. That just means you need to differentiate yourself and utilize what is given. So this is not a preference thing, it's just how that generation makes purchasing decisions across every category. And it's not going to change, that's the thing. So the home service market as a whole is not shrinking. It is a $842 billion industry in 2026. It's projected to reach close to $1 trillion by 2031. And the customers are there and they are spending. The path those customers take to find you is what has fundamentally changed. So if your business runs on referral, the shift is not going to arrive as a sudden drop. What you will experience, and what a lot of contractors are already seeing, is a slow compression. Fewer referrals per year, a smaller percentage. They were booming in 2020, and now it's not as much booming. So there's a smaller percentage converting to booked estimates, and a growing share of incoming prospects who want to verify you online before calling, and when they find nothing, they move on without ever reaching out. So the contractors who are holding their ground right now started building a digital lead system while referrals were still strong. That timing is so important, more than most people realize, because building a paid presence when the business is healthy is a growth play. But building it after the referral volume has already dried up is often in damage. So those are two very different starting positions, and the gap between them widens every year, and that's just what the facts are saying. So the contractors growing in this environment are running paid videos targeting to specific geographic areas. A roofing contractor in a particular city is running a short video of himself talking directly about the issues facing homes in that market consistently over several months. It becomes the name that a 38-year-old first-time home buyer already recognizes when they finally start searching. So that is not about having the most followers or spending the most on production. It's completely the opposite. It is about being visible to the right homeowner in the right geograph at the right time. So a homeowner who has seen your face, heard your voice before they ever search is not comparing you to 5 other contractors on a lead platform. They already know who they want to call. So running consistent paid videos does not replace the reputation you have spent years building. It is how that reputation reaches a generation of homeowners who have never part of your referral network in the first place. It's a broader reach. So hopefully this brings a lot of clarity and perspective on what is currently going on. And if you've been running your business on referrals and you're starting to feel the pipeline is compressing, or you just want to take advantage of utilizing and amplifying your reach in your area, or a younger crowd that needs to find you on the line before you pick up the phone, because the next generation is coming, and the thing is that their main source of communication is online. And if you want to be able to find the right market for you online before they pick up the phone, then the link is in the description. It takes you to a strategy call application. And if you qualify, then you can be able to book a call with us. That call is basically going to be an exact roadmap of what you can do in your online marketing efforts to expand. We've worked with businesses in all different ranges, and we're a full in service where we'll help and guide you with a clear path, clarity, and no frustration or uncertainty or stress overall. We make sure it's very clear, simple, and step by step. And other than that, I hope you like this video. I'll be posting more often, giving the breakdown and current and recent events, especially for home contractors in the online marketing. So make sure to stay in touch, and I'll see you guys into the next video.